Guys, welcome to Foundation JE channel. Today in this video we will first discuss how to make a preparation of examination, क्योंकि गाइस एग्जाम का मौसम चल रहा है. And then we will study ratio and proportion in maths, in which we will study what is a ratio and various terminology used in ratio, like it is a simplest ratio, what is a equivalent ratio, and what is a proportion of ratios. Okay guys, and then we will see some numerical problem based on ratio. Okay guys, now first I want to share some tips to you, क्योंकि जैसा मैंने कहा गाइस एग्जाम का मौसम चल रहा है. सो आई want to share my early experience, जिसको बोलते हैं अनुभव, जब मैं छोटा था और स्कूल जाता था. ओके, नाउ द फर्स्ट टिप्स इज, गाइस आप लोगों को ऐसा लग रहा होगा कि एग्जाम का समय है और मैं कैसे इतने कम समय में सारे सब्जेक्टों का अध्ययन कर सकूं, एंड हाउ विल आई गेट अ गुड मार्क्स इन एग्जामिनेशन, देन व्हाट विल आई डू. ओके, सो गाइस फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल you will do one thing. आपके शिक्षक एंड शिक्षिकाओं ने जो क्लासरूम में अभी तक पढ़ाया है और आपने जो अपने क्लासरूम कॉपी में लिखा है, सबसे पहले उन सारे क्वेश्चनों को सॉल्व कीजिए वन बाय वन. ओके, this is more important. Why? Because a teacher is seeing guys are sincere in their classroom or not, or they are listening their lecture or not. Okay, जब आप क्लासरूम के पढ़ाए हुए क्वेश्चन आंसर को करेंगे तो कम समय में सब्जेक्ट के सारे चैप्टर्स को कवर कर पाएंगे. सो दिस वन इज अ फर्स्ट टिप्स. देन सेकेंड टिप्स इज दैट सपोज अगर आप लोगों को प्रीवियस ईयर्स का क्वेश्चन मिल जाता है तो यह बहुत ही अच्छी बात है, जिससे आप लोगों को यह पता चल जाएगा कि एग्जाम में क्या पूछा जाता है और कौन सा चैप्टर महत्वपूर्ण होता है. एंड वन गुड थिंग इज इन दिस वन दैट व्हेन यू सॉल्व द प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन, देन व्हाट्स हैपन, विदिन द 2 to 3 hours you will covered up all the questions in a subject. ओके गाइज, सो अगर आप लोगों के पास क्वेश्चन नहीं हो तो अपने शिक्षक एंड शिक्षिकाओं से प्रीवियस ईयर्स के क्वेश्चन मांग सकते हैं और उसका प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हैं. सो दिस वन इज द सेकेंड टिप्स. एंड नाउ थर्ड वन. नाउ गाइज सपोज take one subject in 10 chapters are given and you have to make preparation in 3 days. Okay, so how could you do these things? Okay, so guys, आप क्या कीजिए कि हर एक चैप्टर्स, जैसे 1 चैप्टर आप कंसीडर कीजिए, तो उसमें से एटलीस्ट 5 to 10 क्वेश्चंस सॉल्व कर लीजिए। इससे क्या होगा कि आपको उस चैप्टर को पूरा थॉरली स्टडी करने की जरूरत नहीं है। आप अगर 5 to 10 क्वेश्चंस को सॉल्व कर लेते हैं, इट मीन्स द चैप्टर इज कंप्लीटेड नाउ। ओके, सो इन अ डे you fixed 30 to 60 minutes for this one. Okay, or you may reduce the time as per your capability. Okay, so this is for a one subject. Okay, and this is also applicable for your second subject also. Okay, so what's happen, you will see कि slowly you will covered up all the subjects within the time. Okay, now guys, this one is a third tips. Okay, now fourth tips, tips 4. guys, आप लोगों को ऐसा लगता होगा मैथ्स के एग्जाम में कि जब मैं एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर रहा हूं और कर रही हूं, तो मैं बीच में ही उसका सॉल्यूशन करना भूल जा रहा हूं। सो व्हाई दिस इज हैपनिंग इन एग्जामिनेशन? गाइस, मैथ एक ऐसा सब्जेक्ट है जो कि रेगुलर प्रैक्टिस खोजता है। सो व्हाट वी विल डू to overcome this situation? So guys, you whatever the question you will solve, you solve from starting to end. Then what's happen, whatever the clue given in a question, during the solution you will get the clue. Okay, and so kindly I request you guys to solve 5 to 10 questions daily in each chapters. Okay, or dedicate 30 to 60 minutes for math. Okay, don't left math for the last moment. Okay, so what's happened, there are so many chapters, if you left, then due to the time constant you will be not covered up. Okay, now tips number 5, which is most important. Guys, unless until you will be not self motivated that I have to read, I have to study, then you cannot perform better in examination. So guys, as per your capability, start a self study. Okay, self study means आपके पेरेंट्स, आपके टीचर्स को कुछ नहीं बोलना पड़े और आप इनिशियली 2 to 3 आवर्स दीजिए सेल्फ स्टडी के लिए, स्वयं से पढ़ना शुरू कीजिए। गाइस, जब तक आप खुद से पढ़ाई शुरू नहीं करेंगे तो आप एग्जाम और अपने जीवन में आगे नहीं बढ़ पाएंगे। ओके, So this is a important mantra. You must be self motivated. Nobody is going to tell you what shall you do. Whatever you think a good thing, you will do or take a initiative. Okay, so slowly this will come in your habits. Okay guys, so guys, these are the mantras or tips. If you will follow, then you will be perform better in your life and also examination too. Okay guys, now guys, come to our topic, ratio and proportion in math. Okay, so ratio and proportion. Guys, what does mean by ratio when you heard a ratio word? Guys, simply think, if you have a one bread, okay, see, one bread, or you want to distribute in two persons, then one person will get half and other also get half. So guys, in mathematics, how these two half parts can be written? So in mathematics, we write the whole part, which is 1. Now how many parts you have to divide? 2 parts. So we can write it as a 1:2. Okay, so guys, this is a ratio term. Okay, now what will be now definition? Okay, so definition: when two integers, suppose p and q, are written in fractional form p by q, where q equal to not 0, then such type of fraction is called ratio. Okay guys, now see this p by q equal to p is to q. Suppose we have used here literals p and q, you know already. The letters which is being used in math is called literals. Okay, now suppose p is 2 and q is 3, then we can write it as a p is to 3. So guys, this is a ratio. Now see, if we multiply 2 by 3 into numerator 5, denominator 5, then it becomes 10 by 15. So we can write it as a 10 is to 15. So guys, in maths, these two are called equivalent ratio. Okay, so we will see more detail of equivalent ratio later in this video. Okay guys, now see next terminology used in ratio, simplest form of ratio. Okay, simplest form of ratio. So guys, what does mean by this one? When two integer in form of fraction like p by q, where q equal to not 0 and p and q is only divided by 1. Okay, and numerator p is divided by only number p or itself, and similarly denominator q is also divided by only q number. Okay, so such type of ratio is called simplest form of ratio. Guys, now see examples. Okay, here suppose one fractional number or ratio 13 by 4. Okay, so guys, what you see here, these two numbers 13 and 4 is only divisible by 1. Okay, there is no any common number which can divide 13 or 4. Okay, only the numerator is divisible by 13 or 1, or denominator in this case only divisible by 4. Okay, why I am saying this one? Because see, there is a no common factor. Okay, suppose if you write it as a 13, so 13 into 1, 4, then 2 into 2. So there is no any common factor which can further simplify this ratio. Okay, so such type of ratio is called simplest form of ratio. Okay guys, now see how to calculate a simplest form of a ratio. Okay, so guys, suppose one number is 54 and second number is 72. So guys, see, this one is a even number, so there must be some number which can divide 54 and 72 by same number. Okay, but how could you simplify in simple way? So you must know HCF. Okay, HCF is known as a highest common factor. Okay, so guys, how to calculate a HCF of these two numbers? Okay, so first of all, take a numerator number 54, or we use here a prime factorization method. So we start with a lowest prime number which is 2 here in this case. So this is 27 because 27 to the 54, then 3, then 9, then 3, then 3, then again 3, then this is 1. So what I am doing here, we are dividing the number with a prime number. Suppose 9. So 9 is divided by 3, so this becomes 3 here also. Guys, take a second number or denominator 72, so we can divide it by 2, then it is 36, then 2, then 18, 2, then 9, then 3, then again 3. Okay guys, so guys, what we write here, we write factorization of 54 equal to 2 into 3 into 3 into 3. So what I am doing here, we are coming top to bottom. Okay, this is top, this is bottom. Okay, similarly we will come in this case also top to bottom. So we can write factorization of 72 equal to 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. So now guys, as you know, highest common factor. So what is a common factor in both one? See, this 2 is common here, this one 2 is also common. Now again choose 3, then again 3, then 3, then 3. So what will be the HCF? So HCF will be here 2 into 3 into 3. So this becomes what? 18. Okay. So guys, when you get the HCF, just divide the numerator by 18. So we can write it as a 18 3 ja 54. So this becomes a 3, or now 18 4 ja 72, so this becomes 4. So we can write this as a 3 by 4. So guys, 3 by 4 is our solution for this case. Guys, you can see only 1 is a common number which can divide 3 and 4 both. Okay, so this is known as a simplest form of a ratio. Guys, now next see equivalent ratio. Okay, so equivalent ratio, so what will be the definition? When two ratios simplest form are equal in ratios, then such ratios are called equivalent ratio. Guys, here I used a word two ratios. It may be more than 2, 3, 4, 5 and etc. Okay, so it depends upon a question. Okay, now see one question. Suppose 2 by 5 and 10 by 25 are equivalent ratio. So this one is a question number 1. Okay, now see, this is a in a simplest form because no common factor is here which can further divide numerator and denominator with a common number, okay, except 1. Okay, now see second fractional number or ratio. So when you factorize 10, this becomes 2 into 5, and when you factorize 25, then it becomes 5 into 5. So 5 cancel out, so this becomes 2 by 5. So guys, what you see here, when you simplify the fractional number, okay, or ratios, we can write 2 by 5 equal to 2 is to 5 and 10 by 25 equal to 10 is to 25. So we can say 2 is to 5 and 10 is to 25 are equivalent ratio. Okay guys, other question, suppose question number 2 here, two ratios 5 is to 4 and 10 is to x are equivalent ratio, find value of x. So how could you find this one? We can write 5 by 4 equal to 10 by x because they are equivalent ratio. So next, this denominator right hand side come on left hand side numerator, then it becomes multiplication, or this becomes 10 into 4. Then we can write x equal to 10 into 4 by 5. This becomes 1, this becomes 2, so this becomes 8. Okay, so guys, we can say value of x equal to 8. Okay guys, number third, okay, there are two buckets A and B filled up with water. Bucket A has 4 liter water and bucket B has 20,000 ml water. Okay, find ratio of water bucket A to B. Okay guys, so how could you solve this question? So solution, bucket A has 4 liter water, bucket B has 20,000 ml water. Guys, one thing you remember, when you take a ratio, then the unit of first quantity and second quantity must be same. So guys, in this case, see, in bucket B, water in ml, so first you will convert this one into liters because bucket A has in liters. So guys, you know 1 liter equal to what? 1000 ml. Okay, so we can write as a bucket B has water equal to 20,000 ml, then we divide this one by 1000, so then it becomes in liter. Okay, this becomes liter, so 30 of 1000 cancel the 30 of this one. Okay, so this becomes a 20 liter. Answer ratio of water from bucket A to B equal to 4 divided by 20. Okay, now it not important here to write the units, because now see units becomes the same. Okay, here, so when you simplify this one, 4 5s are 20, this becomes 5, this becomes 1, so we can write it as a 1 by 5, or we can write in form of ratio 1:5. Okay, so guys, this symbol is read as a each to. Okay, so suppose I have written here 1:5, so 1:5. Okay, now take another example. One, divide Rs 800 into 3 girls whose names are Sita, Geeta and Syama in ratio of 2:3:5. Okay, so guys, how to solve such type of question? So solution, here we can write a ratio 2:3:5. Okay, or in mathematical term you can write it as also this. Okay, suppose we multiply each term by x. Okay, so there is nothing to go into changing ratio. Okay, we write Sita will get rupees of 2x, Geeta will get rupees of 3x when we divide the 800 rupees, and Syama will get rupees of 5x. Okay, so as per question, sum of the rupees, or say ratios, must be equal to what? Rupees of 800. Okay, so we can write it as a rupees of 2x plus 3x plus rupees of 5x equal to rupees of 800. Guys, in left hand side and right hand side units are same, which is in rupees, so we remove it. We can rewrite it as a 2x plus 3x plus 5x equal to 800. Then sum it, 2x plus 3x plus 5x equal to 10x, or this becomes 800. Or now we simplify this one again, x equal to 800 by 10, so 10 cancel this one, so x equal to 80. Okay, now answer, Sita will get rupees of 2x. So we write here rupees, then 2 into 80, then this becomes rupees of 160. Then Geeta will get rupees of what? 3x. So this becomes rupees 3 into 80, then this becomes rupees of 240. Then Syama will get rupees of 5x, then rupees 5 into 80, this becomes a rupees of 400. Okay, so now you check your solution. So first one is 160, second one is 240, and third one is a 400. Okay, now add all of this. 0, then again 0, carry 1, this becomes 8. So now our answer is correct here. Okay, so guys, next we will see 4 numbers in proportion. Okay, so topic is 4 numbers are in proportion. So what is happening in such cases? Okay, suppose P, Q, R and S are 4 numbers which are integers. These are in proportion. Okay guys, so in math this is known as a first term, this one is known as a second term. Okay, this one is known as a third term, and this one is known as a fourth term. Okay, now guys, how could we write it as a? We can write it a P is to Q is to R is to S. Okay, and we can also write it as a P by Q equal to R by S, or we can also write it as a P is to Q, this symbol is read as R is to S. Okay, so this is read as. Okay, now other terminology used in proportions, this P and S, okay, are known as a extreme terms. Okay, and this are known as a middle or means term. Okay guys, so guys, what you see here, if you take P into S equal to Q into R, so product of extreme terms equal to product of middle terms. Okay, now see question is 4 is to 3 is to 8 is to X are in proportion, find value of X. Okay, so how could you solve this one? Okay, so guys, if these are in proportion, so we can write first this one, then see this becomes 4 by 3, this becomes 8 by X. Okay, so we can write it as a 4x equal to 8 into 3, then x equal to 8 into 3 by 4, So 4 1 ja 4, 4 2 ja 2. So this becomes 6. So value of x equal to 6, guys. So see another question. Suppose 4 is to x, this symbol is given, then again x is given, and 64 is given. This is a question. Okay, if such is given, find value of x. Okay, so how could you find this one? Okay, so guys, this is a question of a proportion, so we can write first this one. Okay, or you can write again 4 by x equal to x by 64. Now what's happened next? This becomes 4 into 64, or this becomes x into x. Okay, so guys, this is understood when x is simply given, the power is 1 into x to power of 1. Okay, when further you simplify this one, this becomes x. So 1 plus 1. Okay, x is common here, or we add the powers, so this becomes x to the power of 2. Okay, so guys, next what we write, x to the power of 2 equal to 4 into 64, guys. Okay guys, we can write 4 equal to 2 into 2 and 64 equal to 8 into 8. Okay, so what we can write it as a 2 to the power of 2 multiply 8 to the power of 2, this equivalent to x square. Now again x square equal to, so we can, if the powers are same, so we can take a product of number and put the power like this. So this becomes 2 into 8 to power of 2, this becomes 16 to power of 2. Okay, now when the powers are same, or if you divide the powers with the same number, then both are equals. Okay, so if you divide power by 2 here, left hand side by 2 here, and this also 2 here, so this becomes x equal to 16. Okay, because 2 1 ja 2, 2 1 ja 1, this one 1 1. So you can divide powers with a same number left and right side. Okay, so our answer is here x equal to 16. Okay, check your solution. This one left hand side 64 into 4, now this becomes 16, 1 carry, this is 24 plus 1, this one. Okay, now x square, so this becomes 16 to power of 2, it means you have to multiply 16 into 16. Okay, so this becomes 96, this becomes 16, add this one, this is 6 5, this is 1 carry and 2, 250, 6 is solution. So what you see, LHS and RHS are equal when you putting the value of x. Okay, so solution is here x equal to 16. Okay, now guys, see when three numbers are in proportion. Okay, three numbers are in proportion. Okay, so suppose x, y and z are in proportion, then this and this are in also proportion. Okay, so we can write it as a x by y equal to y by z, so y square equal to x z. Okay, so take one example here. Suppose 5 is to x is to 125 are in proportion. Question: find value of x. So we can write it as a 4 is to x is to x 125. Okay, or we can write it as a x as x or 125. Okay, so what we will do next, we write 5 by x equal to x by 125. Okay, so this becomes x square, this becomes here 5 into 125. Okay, now we can write it as a 5 into 5, 25 is 125. Again this becomes 5, then 5 into 5, 25. So x square equal to this. So guys, see here what's happened next. Okay, this 5 into 5, 5, take common, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, this becomes 5 to power of 4. Okay, so this becomes x square 5 to power of 4. In maths, one rule is here, when you divide powers with a same number left and right, then there is nothing to going to be changed. Okay, so if we divide left hand power by 2, okay, and right hand power by also 2, so what's happened, this becomes 1, this becomes 2. Okay, so we can write it as a x to power of 1, 5 to power of 2. So finally x equal to 25, because 5 to power of 2 equal to 5 into 5. Okay, so our solution is here x equal to 25. Okay guys, write 3 is to 4, 7 is to 8, 4 is to 5, and 11 is to 24 into ascending order. So guys, how could you make a solution? So in such type of question, first you write it into fractional form. This is 3 by 4, 7 by 8, 4 by 5, and this becomes 11 by 20. Okay, see, the denominator of the fractions are not equal, so these are examples of the unlike fractions, and so we have to convert each fractional number into fractional form first. So for this one we have to calculate LCM of 4, 8, 5 and 20. So we can write 4, 8, 5 and 20. Guys, I have already uploaded a video based on how to calculate LCM and SCF. Kindly see if you get any difficulty. Okay, so we use here prime factorization method. 2, this becomes 2, this 4, this becomes 5, this becomes 10 here. Okay guys, if at least two numbers are divisible, so we can consider a prime number here. Okay, now see, it will come next. Now 2, then 1, 2, 5 and 5. Guys, see, the next prime number is 5. Okay, or here only two numbers are divisible, 5 and 5. Those numbers which are not divisible by this number here, so we can left it as it is. Okay, so this becomes 1, this becomes 2, 1 and 1. Okay, now our LCM is equal to here 2 into 2 into 5 into 2. We left 1 because when you multiply any number by 1, then it is same as its initial value. Okay, so this becomes 40. Now time to convert each fraction into like fraction. Okay, so this one 3 by 4. So what we will do in like fraction, whatever the LCM is coming, we can multiply the fractional number by a such number, so all denominator number becomes LCM number, that is here 40. So 3 by 4 can be written as 10 by 10, because 4 tens are 40, so this becomes 30 by 40. Now in this case 7 by 8, we multiply this one by 5, because 8 fives are 40, then this becomes 35 by 40. Then next one 4 by 5, then this becomes 4 by 5, then 8 by 8, this becomes 32 by 40, and the 11 by 20, then this becomes 2 by 2 here, and this becomes 22 by 40. Guys, what you see here now, ascending order means you have to go from lowest number to upper number. So what you are doing, you are just going up to the stair. Okay, this guy is going up to the stair. Okay, and now guys, you know, in case of a like fraction, which number is lowest, which is a least fraction number, and which number is highest in numerator, which is a highest fractional number. Okay, because we are dividing each the number with a equal number. Here equal number is here 40. Okay, so such cases here, see, so list in ascending order, what list will come first. So see, list number in numerator is here 22 by 40. Then again next higher number is here, see, 30, so this becomes 30 by 40, and next higher number in numerator is 32 by 40, and next higher number is 35 by 40. Okay, so this becomes 11 by 20, this becomes 3 by 4, this becomes 8 by 5, and this becomes what, 7 by 8. So in ascending order, least come and greatest come at the end. Okay, so this is the ascending order of this ratio. Okay, so again we can write it as a 11 is to 20, comma 3 is to 4, comma 8 is to 5, comma 7 is to 8 are in ascending order, or this is our solution. And please, if you like this video, then share to your friends and family, so also they get the tips and get our knowledge about the ratio and proportion in math. Thank you very much.